the most important thing to remember for race day is... So yes guys, hello and welcome back to the Adam Templeton Triathlete YouTube channel. You join me on Thursday of race week, leading into the Aberfeldy middle distance triathlon. And yeah, the plan for training today is to do a pretty solid session. I'm starting off here on Zwift, and after a 15-minute warm-up, I'm going to do 3 30-minute blocks where I'm just sort of keeping a bit more pressure on the pedals, so I'm not riding in an easy manner, but it probably won't even be as hard as race pace, just more focused pedaling, increase the heart rate a bit more than what it would be if it was easy riding. I'll do those blocks with 5 minutes rest in between, then jump off the bike and head out for a brick run. I'm going to take a day out the pool today. Yeah, just sort of break it up a little bit, keep it just on the bike and the run, and yeah, swimming wise, probably go, or I'll definitely go for a swim tomorrow on Friday, and I'm thinking about trying to get in the pool on this Saturday as well. I've never done that before, going for a swim the day before a race, so yeah, I'm going to try that. I think keep the feel for the water in as much as I can towards race day, and we'll see how that one goes. You all know what Zwift is by now, so doing a montage isn't too interesting. So I thought today, while I'm pedaling away, I'll run through my top 5 tips for taking part in the Aberfeldy middle distance triathlon. Tip number 1 for the race, as you've probably seen in the briefing and the athlete guide, it is split transitions. And yeah, what will happen is race morning, you'll drop your bike off in transition 1, and then it is like a 10-15 minute walk to the swim start. Nothing crazy, it's not over treacherous terrain or anything. You're just walking the main road down to the Marina Bay, but just make sure you leave yourself enough time to get there without any panicking. Tip number 2 for race day is when you're exiting the swim, just watch your footing and be very careful. The little bay area that you leave, yeah, the swim exit, it's sort of a pebbled, shelly beachfront. The organisers, it is really helpful, they put down a good amount of that blue carpet over the rocks just to try and protect your feet, but of course they can't cover the entire bay area. So yeah, when you're sighting, just try and get as close to that blue carpet as you can, and then when you stand up for the first time, just be very cautious with your feet. You don't want to do any damage just before getting onto the bike. Tip number 3 for this Sunday is make sure you hold something back for that second half of the bike ride. The route, you're heading out and climbing straight out the back door, then you've got the flat and fast TT loop round the loch, but on the way back at about 65k you'll hit the infamous Schiehallion climb, and yeah, that's no joke. It's not super long, but if you've not fueled well up to that point and you've not had a controlled effort, just watch out. After that climb, it is a descent into T2, so there is a good bit of recovery, but definitely just hold that little bit back for around 65 kilometres into the ride. Tip number 4 for the race, very similar to tip number 3, but this time in relation to the run. The run course itself is a 20 kilometre out and back, but just watch out that 10 km turn point is the lowest section of elevation on the route. So yeah, with regards to how to pace the run, just remember on the way out it's going to be net downhill, but on the way back it's net uphill. So again, be prepared to run strong on the way back, and then when you hit about 18.5k, yeah, about 1500 metres to go, it's generally flat and downhill, so that's where you can open it up and prepare for the finish. Zwift session complete. Very happy with where the heart rate to power ratio was. No cardiac drift. Time now for a quick change and head out on this brick run. Plan of action for the brick run here is just take 60 seconds to get into it. Then I'll do 10 rounds of 2 minutes pushing on, 1 minute controlled, and cool down back to the house. Just gonna head out and do the classic 10k loop in reverse. Let's get going. Okay, halfway through this one, feeling strong, heart rate responding very nicely. Time for a quick gel, and let's get this one finished off. There we have it. All 10 reps now complete. Happy with how that one went. I decided to do the standard 10k loop in reverse, just because it would make it a headwind on the cycle path as opposed to the tailwind. So yeah, it made me focus on form a little bit more, making sure I'm not being lazy with the foot strike. An easy jog back to the house now, and then I guess I better tell you what my 5th and final tip is for race day. So if you're competing in Aberfeldy this weekend, the most important thing to remember for race day is midgie spray and midgie repellent. I'm not kidding on. In the morning at that sort of time, there's usually not too much wind because yeah, you're not right on the coast. The midgies are unbelievable. Make sure to bring midgie spray. That is the #1 thing to remember. But with the run now done, that marks the end of another day's training and another day closer to race day. I'll finish off the video there. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit the like button, and to be honest, if you didn't enjoy, make sure to leave a comment as to why, because for this small channel, all engagement is good engagement. To keep up with the rest of the week, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you again tomorrow on Friday of this race week. Catch you in the next one.